standing at the food service, and this man walked up to me and he said, "You know, you guys just have everything." I said, "Yeah, we really kind of pride ourselves in doing a lot of variety. We try to keep things interesting." And he says, "Yeah, you've got tall ones, you've got short ones, you've got fat ones, you've got skinny ones, you've got old ones, and you've got young ones." And I said, "Thank you."
Honey, honey.
We're getting ready again to bring the music. We've been doing it for 40 seasons, polishing those notes in our home places and traveling distant roads to deepen the harmonies. We've sung to the heavens and plummeted back to earth, knocked on different doors, gathered prizes, and shed tears, searched for stray uniforms. We've faced down the occasional dragon. One was named Monica. We've moved mountains and sometimes buses. And we wouldn't change a single day or tune because they all brought us to where we are, right here, to sing to you.
announcements. Number one, thank you so much for being here tonight. We really appreciate it. And thank you so much for supporting local arts through 40 years of wonderful performances, because we certainly appreciate that. And we're so glad that we can have this time together. Now, to get on with the show, we need our program producer and MC. Maybe you can help track him down if we show you some surveillance videos. You are going to see that he has done some fast talking for vocal arts in the past, so we ought to be able to handle being the main talker for this program. Take a look and watch out for the guy, Dale Wolff.
Here and welcome to the Follies. When you hear the word Follies, of course, you think of foolishness, and we're going to try to have as much foolishness as possible. But also we're bringing back some of the best of all kinds of acts, from the ridiculous to the sublime, like Rosie Parks' beautiful song that she just completed. We have to save some of the zany stuff for the April Fools, and watch out for that, let me tell you. So we're going to have a combination of things. And Bob Gordon, when he asked me to try to come up with some entertainment for this thing, he said, could you have maybe some vocal arts outtakes? And I said, we don't usually keep those. But I did look through all these videos, and I found some evidence for some of our classic stories and funny times. And a good example of that is something we're going to show you. A story told by Dave and Delma Mills, and I told Dave just before he died very recently that he was going to be a star of this show, so he still is. Give a listen and we'll see what they were talking about, and then we'll show some especially rare footage of how it all came out. So take a look.
That wasn't the only thing that was on stage that was a little unusual that night. We actually had a live horse. A live horse, yes. And our leader, Gary, said to the VAC staff, he said, look, if the horse, leaves a little present for us, don't worry about it, I'll clean it up. Well, the horse did. So did Gary.
We call that other duties as assigned.
Here's that evening where we had the actual horse. And he's a little sleepy looking. I think he's on drugs. In fact, a couple of different kinds of tranquilizers. You can sing a little louder to us, Steve. That's Steve Espinosa. There he is. The man of his word. By the way, that horse looked pretty old and slow 16 years ago. I wonder where he is now.
This guy says a horse can do if he says
Dolls set back in '99. That was a few years ago. Now, by the way, this hall is a bit of an audio challenge, so we have some things with mics and some not. So just either lean in or lean back. Now, part of our inside look idea is to give you some backstories on some of our performers. Take Brian Lawler, for example. He's wonderfully ridiculous in a story about pigeons. And Judy Philbin is sublimely seductive in doing some all that jazz. Take a look at this couple of clips here, one of each.
We gain notoriety and cause much anxiety with the Audubon Society authority. They call it impiety and lack of propriety and point to variety of unpleasant names. But it's not against any religion to want to dispose of religion. So when someday you're free, why don't you come with me and we'll boys in the pigeon tin. And maybe we'll do in a squirrel or two while we're boys in the pigeon tin.
Together, age them a little bit, and they're kind of like the vocal arts ensemble itself, just kind of comfy and kind of an old love.
We've got an old love, one we never will get tired of. Just like an old glove, one to warm the winter days. We don't have to say I love you quite as often as we used to. Old love just goes without saying. We still say it anyway. Sit and talk for hours, watch the river flowing by. Now we laugh at all your stories, then at dusk you'd walk me home. Who'd have thought we'd walk a lifetime, growing up and growing old. We've got an old love, one we never will get tired of, one that fits us like an old love, one to warm the winter days. We don't have to say I love you quite as often as we used to. Just goes without saying. We still say it anyway. We may not leave this town we live in. Life's not as easy as we planned. I always meant to give you diamonds, but you still wear a plain gold band. got an old love, one we never will get tired of, one that fits us like an old love, one to warm the bitter day. We don't have to say I love you quite as often as we used to. Old love just goes without saying. We still say it anyway. Old love just goes without saying. We still say it anyway.
Thank you. My name is Judy Philbin, and I'm going to be one of your co-MCs tonight. And I also am just so proud to say that my husband and I were one of the founding members of the Vocal Arts Ensemble 40 years ago. We were in the original choir and got to sing in the first concert. So this is pretty special too. And I think of Gary's vision 40 years ago and how much that has contributed immensely to this community and to each member of the ensemble that has sung with him. It's pretty phenomenal. So moving on, when the vocal arts women get together to sing, they pretty much just exude creativity. There's these amazing costumes, moves, and of course, there are the names. So how many of you can remember performances by the Foxy Trots, the Hot Box Girls, and of course, the Hot Flashes? And then sometimes the women simply take a beautiful song and sing it beautifully, as they did with this song featured in 2006. produced some pretty notable on-stage characters. So I want you to think back on who might come to mind when you think of as being particularly at home on stage, great dramatic timing, engaging, and never shy. So if the names of Mike Siddharth and Don Spear come to mind, I would not be surprised at all. And we're going to take a look at some of their notable vocal arts moments here.
Entertaining myself jokes, I do great with my fellow candlesticks. It's all in perfect taste that you can best. Come on and lift your glass, you've got your own free pass to be our guest. Be our guest. If it's time we suggest, be our guest, be our guest, be our guest.
We are delighted that you're taking your time to be with us and celebrate our 40th anniversary year. So thank you very much. Great audience. We'd now like to put you to work. And we're going to have you sing part of our song. This tune is from 1943. It was Bing Crosby who made it famous. It was written after a funky dinner with Jimmy Van Heusen and Johnny Burke. You have your lyrics in front of you. It's Swingin' on a Star, which was the Oscar-winning song of 1943. And we're going to ask you to sing with your big outdoor voices. We're going to let you know when to start and when to stop. So don't be afraid and don't worry about singing pretty. Just sing out, okay? Big voices. I'll show you how first. Would you like to swing on a star? Everybody, would you like to swing on a star? Every moonbeam's holding a jar. Every
A pig is an animal with dirt on his face. His shoes are a terrible disgrace.
He's got no manners when he eats his food. He's fat and lazy and extremely rude. But if you don't care a feather or a fig,
You may grow up to be a pig.
everybody,
Would you like to swing on a star? Carry the beans home in a jar, and be better off than you are? Or would you rather be a fish?
fish.
A fish can't do anything but swim in a brook. He can't sign his name or read a book.
To fool all people is his only thought. And though he's slippery, he still gets caught. But then if that
Sort of life is what you wish. You may grow up to be a fish, and all the monkeys are in the zoo. Every day you meet quite a few. So you see, it's all up to you. You can be better than you are. You could be swinging on a star.
Thanks, everybody.
Okay, I don't know about this physical display of affection, but very much fun. And if you can't go swinging on a star, maybe you can go on tour with vocal arts. Now, on tour, sometimes you see some people you don't see other places. There's one star that you rarely see, like in our concerts, our pop concerts, on the videos, because she's always kind of off stage, just a bit in the dark. You just see a little reflection of her. And yet she is our biggest star, and that's Barbara, of course. Because she is, I wanted to show just a couple of pictures. She got to go on our last trip to the British Isles, where we sang in the competition, at the Eisteddfod competition. And so I'm going to show you where she's walking in, and she's about to play what the judges eventually called, in a sarcastic manner, our great American folk instrument, the grand piano. Because that's what she plays, you know, come on, and that's what they offered us. So yeah, she's walking in there, and then we also see a little bit of her playing the piano, and I wrote some words, and she wrote a wonderful melody and arrangement for it. And so she's playing the song, It's for Music, that she basically put the life into. So here's a little bit of Barbara. There she is, there she is. Right at the left there, okay, in the middle. Little face at the bottom. It's a good time to acknowledge, make her actually stand up. The person who even Gary says is the greatest musician in the county, and maybe in the world. And our hardest worker, for sure. You know, all the acts here tonight separately wanted to rehearse with Barbara at least 4 times. Okay, just to give you an idea. And she's our dear, dear friend. So, Barbara, please stand. You can play while holding those in your teeth. You'll know you're really good. No way, huh? Okay, well, back to tour. I want to just take you back to that British Isles tour, back to Ireland. We made a very perilous crossing over to Wales from there. It got extremely rough, and we have some video footage captured by our great late friend, Jim Lindholm. It's so calm, doesn't it seem? And yet the ocean. Qualify as an outtake. In spite of all those dangers, when I remember those times, especially in Ireland, it just makes my heart kind of sentimental. And I just want to hear a good old Irish song. And we have one by our not quite Irish tenors tonight. It's one to the tune of London Derriere. And that is not, as I've told you before, London Derriere. That is a whole different thing. We have Mike, Dave, and Warren are almost Irish tenors.
But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. 'Tis I'll be there in sun
right now. So I want you to join me. There you go. Come on, I want to see some fingers moving. All right. Now say, dig it. Dig it. Dig it. Dig it. Cool. Cool. Where are those fingers? Come on. Cool. 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 Groovy. Groovy. All right. It sounds like you're in the mood. We're getting in the mood for a little bit of jazz. And whenever Gary would ask for auditions for an upcoming Pops concert or event, Craig Updegrove would always put together a group to perform some vocal jazz. And so on this next video, you're going to see one such group. And they have taken this classic song, which I believe is supposed to be about loving coffee and tea. But we'll see what they did with it.
I love Guinness, I love tea. I love the Guinness garden, you love me. Guinness and tea and the garden bee. A cup, a cup, a cup, a cup, a cup.
I forgot to mention that they were in an Irish pub at the time, so that was particularly appropriate. So tonight we have 3 of those out of that group there. A lot more silver, I'm assuming. Right? Okay. Dr. Craig Updegrove, Melody Svenningsson, and Hometown Girl done very good, Amy Swearingen, and they will be joined by Dr. Dave Ruiz. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Shall we go? Ask him back. Careful amigo, your feeling speaks like the sender. She's nobody's fool, so I'm playing it cool as can be. I'll give it a whirl, but I ain't for no girl catching me, for no girl catching me. Switcheroo, telephone number. Well, you know, doing my rumba with the roll and my sandal. Do da 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 do da 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 do we da
buddy?
We started doing duets together about 1995 at Grace Church, didn't we?
Grace Church, I remember
We were
our
3 then, I
first
think.
one. I was 2. No.
Anyway, we did 7 or 8 duets together. We always had a great time. I think, was it a couple of swells? Was that our first one?
Yeah, we did. We're a couple of swell. Maybe we can look at that.
Can we have some video?
Can we give you a...
You mind if we go take a little walk down memory lane with us?
Things is quite a kick. Comfort of philosopher and lifelong trick. Honey little bride, ring a little tear. Things is quite a lover, but there's no.
Turns, and then I walked directly, what I thought was stage right, off stage. But it was not stage right. It was stage center. And the people in the front row must have been a little concerned, but I started backwards.
That was very exciting, right? It's all darn weird.
Yeah.
I think we should do something a little less dangerous
A
tonight.
little less dangerous. Well, I still have the sign we used in 1997.
Of course you do.
Do I keep stuff or what?
I still have that couple of spells.
Our sign from 97.
Okay. I hear singing and there's no one there. I smell the blossoms but the trees are bare. All day long I seem to walk on air. I wonder why. I keep tossing in my sleep at night, and once more I lose my appetite. Stars that used to twinkle in the skies are twinkling in my eyes. I wonder why.
You don't need analyzing. It is not so surprising that you feel very strange but nice. Your heart goes pitter-patter. I know just what's the matter, because I've been there once or twice. Put your head on my shoulder. It ain't someone who's older, or rub down with a velvet glove. There is nothing you can take to relieve that pleasant ache. You're not sick, you're just in love. You know,
I hear singing and there's
it is
no
so
one
surprising that you feel very strange but nice. Your heart goes pitter-patter. I know just what's the matter, because I've been there once or twice. Put your head on my shoulder. It ain't someone who's
just in love.
Now I'm going to turn it over to some video storytellers to give you some sign of what happens on tours. They're going to tell you about it, and then they'll show you what actually happened.
In Moskowitz, in the Czech Republic, we performed at a high school, Moskowitz High School, and the students there really loved our music. They especially liked the ball spots. At the end of the concert, they taught us a really complicated traditional Czech folk dance, and we responded in turn by teaching them a traditional American folk dance, the chicken dance, which they also love.
Going on tour with vocal arts is really a highlight of being in the group. But believe it or not, over the years, some of our best memories have come out of the problems we've had on tour or mistakes that have been made.
Clusone, Italy was like that. It's a town in northern Italy that's it's older with the small streets and the overhanging balconies, and we decided to get a modern double-decker bus up those streets and we got stuck.
Yeah, we really got stuck. But the Italians came to the rescue. We had one gentleman who came out of a store shop, stopped about 20 cars behind us, backed them all up, and then helped our bus driver back down the street. His name was Massimo, and let me tell you, women, he was a really good-looking Italian guy.
The women referred to him as the Italian Brad Pitt. But fortunately, the women were also, their attention was diverted between the Italian Brad Pitt and two ladies who were wearing some fancy Italian shoes that were down on the side of the bus. They were over there looking at it, and we men noticed that and went over and noticed that the two ladies were very well endowed. And so we spent some time looking at their shoes also.
So the big joke the rest of the tour for the men was every time we passed by good-looking women, they'd say, "Wow, those are really nice shoes." Our guys are really mature.
How's she waiting for you guys? She's gonna get a beer now. Things are really better. First the ice cream, now the beer. Oh, here's beer now.
Now we have some miscellaneous magic moments on tour.
Steve, give me these.
We're all very grateful to have the opportunity to have this kind of magic moments. And to kind of put them in song, I rock song from Music Man just last spring. And I'm sure Meredith Wilson would be delighted to have new words to his Light a Rose tune. If not, please don't tell him. Here they are. Steiner, come on. John. Dave, and not in that order, and Mike. Let's hear a little something now called vocal arts.
So here's my love song, not fancy or fine, vocal arts. Oh, won't you be mine, be mine? Vocal arts, we're singing our hearts to send the song up to the sky. Vocal arts, you're lifting our hearts about 100 heavens high. Ding dong ding, we can hear piano notes chime. Ding dong ding, as they keep on ringing, can't keep from singing. Vocal arts, each time the show starts, I hear my sweetheart breathe a sigh. Vocal arts, your music imparts a touch of loud light to the eye. So here's to the singing, more folksy and fine. Vocal arts, go right on and shine. Vocal arts, so vocal arts, so vocal arts. Sing of now, sing of then. We'll sing of love songs that's always been. Do I love you? Oh, yes, I love you. And I'll bravely tell you I don't need when we sing again. Then you'll cheer when you hear all that sweet music.